then I was like, I said, you know, one thing I have to warn you about is I always drink on my show. Like, I have to drink on the show. So I need to tell somebody who's going to buy beer.
And I think you told me that, and I was like, did we just become best friends?
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be weird.
There's a person there for questions right now, I believe, unless she just wants to hang out there.
Hi!
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Chloe! I texted you earlier. Anyway, that's Chloe's superpower. She knows everyone's name.
I know everybody's name. I'm excited.
You must be a Class 5 mutant. Remember from X3 where it's like, you can tell the powers of other mutants. Really?
Anyway, question.
Yes.
So, what crazy con stories do you have? This echo is really weird.
Right? You see what I mean?
It's weird.
That's why people always screw up the national anthem, and everyone's like, they suck, they screwed up the national anthem. Like, because you can't hear yourself. Oh, say, can you?
See?
Yeah.
What crazy con stories? Was that the question?
Weird
Crazy con stories?
Yes.
Here's my favorite. This is my favorite. San Diego a couple of years ago. I saw a guy walking on through the con floor dressed as Wolverine, and then he stopped to take a hit off his inhaler. That was an amazing moment. That exoskeleton weighs down in the lungs.
Yeah, I saw a really overweight Superman waiting for the elevator. Reality was his kryptonite.
Alex Albrecht?
I'm trying to think. Everything happens in such a weird, like, blur. Crazy Comic-Con stories.
Or any convention.
Okay, well, in that case. I was at, you know what? Okay, so I was at a podcast. This isn't actually all that crazy, but it just sort of, 5 years ago, I was at a podcast expo in Ontario, California, which was awesome. And we had just sort of podcasted, like, just started, and this person came up to me and was like, dude, I love Dignation, and I got a podcast. And I was like, oh, that's great. What's your podcast? And he was like, oh, it's about woodworking. And I was like, what? And then literally, I started getting into woodworking. And I'm like, this is awesome, dude. You make all this stuff? I have a good idea and buy this crap. Like, you could just take a block of wood and make something that you need, and then you can put your name on it, or someone else's name on it, give it as a gift. And literally, I listened to, like, their entire library of woodworking podcasts. So it's not really weird, it's more just sort of scary that I actually did that.
No, it's very revealing.
Well, it's weird because it's an audio podcast, so what do they, like,
just hear
trust me, I'm fucking really nailing this right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of animated GIFs that went along with it. That's not true.
Allison, you must have some fun con stories.
Well, I was thinking about the fact that at this last con, I was at whatever the, like, big swanky party is at the end of Comic-Con where I'm always highly intoxicated.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Because you weren't there? Oh, sorry, I'm a jerk. That's not what I meant.
No.
But, like, it was one of these parties where, like, there were, like, crazy celebrities around me, and I lost my crap. I saw, what's his face? General Ty from Battlestar. And I was like, you're my hero! Like, I ran up to him and everyone's like, who's this dude? And I'm like, you don't get it! Battlestar! So, whatever.
And then let
that's
you
not
out.
a weird con story. What?
Fresh this drag you out, and you're like, Battlestar! Hey, brother!
Oh no, I took pictures with him and everything. Like, the way, like, some people come up to me on the floor and they're like, Allison, can I take a picture? I was like, General Ty, can I get a picture with you?
I have a good one. Once I was at a Star Trek convention in 1994, I'm gonna say, and we were waiting for Jonathan Frakes to go talk in the ballroom.
Yep.
And for some reason we couldn't do it. There was this very heavy woman behind us who was getting very upset, and we had to. She was talking. She said something to my mother. My mother got pissed off. My mom's a nurse, so you should know this before. So the upset heavy woman passes out behind us, and someone goes, "Is anybody a nurse or a doctor?" And my mother goes, "Come on, we're leaving."
So you didn't see Jonathan Frakes?
Oh no, we just left the room.
Oh.
The story ends with Jonathan Frakes. We had to go up to the parking lot, and they set up a tiny stage in the parking lot, and Jonathan Frakes talked to all of us. It was fucking awesome. I was this close to Commander Riker, you guys.
If we're doing all conventions, I have stories from the tile and carpet convention in Vegas a couple of years back. Was it all conventions?
Any convention, yeah, any convention.
But you guys, we only have 15 minutes. You guys can ask me about my tile and carpet convention stories if you see me. Yeah, well, they do all flooring and what? It's crazy. It's crazy.
By the way, I was really excited to see a lot of really great volleyball cosplay here.
What was awesome was people from both conventions were taking pictures of each other.
Is this a manga we're not aware of? Nope, just volleyball. Just volleyball.
None of those girls know how much danger they're in being.
I think they know. I saw the looks on their faces.
It's just like their mothers are like, Whitney, come. They are in no danger at all. I would see just like after hours, like a team of stormtroopers playing a team of 10th Doctors, like on the just like sci-fi side out.
I had never seen this at a convention before, but downstairs where we had to check in, there was a weapons check.
Yeah.
I was like,
San Diego Comic Con.
They do?
Yeah,
I never
we're
saw
like,
it.
oh, what is that?
But like people walk around with like giant mallets and stuff like that.
Yeah, those are fun. Make them up.
Warhammers. What was your story, Chloe?
Well, I was at Gallifrey 1, and there was nerd karaoke. Everybody basically goes up and sings songs and change the lyrics, so they're Doctor Who themed. And it's so weird, this Dalek just comes in
That was me, by the way.
hijacks the entire thing.
Wait a minute!
Sings for 5 minutes straight. I'm gonna exterminate, but it was just a little girl and a Dalek, and she sang 5 minutes straight.
That's adorable!
It was her! It was really cute.
We're a bad panel. We've only gotten through one question. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Well, I want to say one thing real quick. I was on a plane once. Allison's story reminded me of this. And Major Nelson, who hosts all the Xbox, he's like a big Xbox guy. He was on the plane, and also Vince Vaughn was on the plane. And I went up to Major Nelson, and I was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And I wanted to go up to Vince Vaughn and be like, "Hey, can you take this picture of me?" I didn't do it. I regret it every day.
I booked one. It's really good, I promise. Okay, so I was in an elevator at Comic-Con at the hotel, and I was making fun of the fact that sci-fi changed the spelling of its name. And I realized after the guy who was in the elevator with us got out that he was on Eureka.
Whoops. He probably agreed, though.
Yeah.
That was weird. They did that because you can't copyright sci-fi, so they changed it to
That was
sci-fi.
brilliant.
What? No, maybe.
The one guy.
Next question.